was instrumental in a lot of their drives, plus played some pretty decent defense.
You got to take care of the rock.
And this is what concerns me, the officials. The young guys, Javi, Eddie F. Brush, Ron Garrelson, young guys with short fuses. In a game like this, the Sonics have to maintain self-control early.
Here's the tip in midcourt. It is deflected, and we will have a whistle from Steve Javi, and they will jump it again. Both players getting it as it went airborne before it reached the apex. Eddie Rush stands in between them. Hollanese didn't even go up. Johnson flicks it into backcourt, and the Rain Man takes over. He'll hand off to Gary Payton. Here comes the glove. Payton in the playoff series averaging 18 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds, 2.5 steals. In low right side, the Rain Man drop step spin into the lane, kick out to Dallas, one extra pass to the Hawk. Six fires and hits a three-pointer. And the Sonics are on top 3-0 on good rotation of the ball.
Yeah, nice opening omen for the Rain Man. He gets across the lane, doesn't force a shot, doesn't travel, kicks it out. Another pass over to Hersey wide open.
Billy Owens works right side baseline on the roll. As Colony's inside, his reverse right-hander blocked by Kemp, came down into the hands of Detlef. They've got numbers 5-on-4. Colony's leading, coming back. Detlef wires it over to Gary, fires the three, and he hits. And the Sonics are on top 6-0 on threes from Hawkins and Payton.
Remember, they started out, they jumped out 8-2 the last ball game, so it's a fine start, but you got to sustain it through the first quarter.
Edney up front court, left side, checked by Gary Payton. Looking for Polonese. He has to come out beyond the three-point arc to screen Gary. Edney rolls off the pick, shaded by Johnson. Inside handoff to Grant, went airborne, doubled by Johnson and Kemp, and the foul is going to be whistled on the Sonics, Irvin Johnson. And it will send the Kings to the line for the first time this evening.
That's a good job by Edney of penetration and then finding the open cutter. The Kings are really doing a nice job with their interior passing. It's usually big man to big man. That time it was Tyus Edney's point guard small guy to Brian Grant.
Grant getting 10 points and nearly 8 rebounds in 35 minutes here in the playoffs. Actually 9 and 6 rebounds for Grant in 33 minutes of contest. And the 3 turnovers a game. Grant's confidence is slowly surging during the course of this playoff. Rebound grab by Kemp on the miss by Grant. Grant hits the first, misses the second. It's a 6-1 ball game on screens by Hawkins and Payton early. Gary curls up a Kemp screen, steps outside the three-point arc. Bounce pass over to Hawk. Throws it low to Sean. Back throws with a dribble. A reverse right-hander up and in. Laid it softly in over a double-team defense beneath the rim.
I saw Gary Payton run down court, tell Sean Kemp, we going to you again, baby boy. And he did. Threw Sean down there. Sean made a nice move for the reverse layup.
8-1 score. Sonics lead it outside. It's Richmond. Quick pass from Edney. Richmond over to Owens. Right side jab steps. Flips it inside to Grant. Backs down. Turns in the lane. Ball away Hopper. In and out. Rebound Irvin Johnson. Irvin pivots and finds Payton. He wants to push it. Baseball pass up the floor to Detlef. Stops left-hand side. It's the trailer. Irvin stops in the key. Swings it out of the wing, and Gary will take it. In low to Sean. Pump fakes. Dribbles to the baseline. Stop. Double teamed. Outside finds Detlef on the point. Pops it like a grapefruit. Drives left side. Tried to skip it to the Hawk. Knocks away. Grabbed by Edney. Lead pass beautifully ahead to Richmond. Put it off the knee. Lost it. Lost it again. Flicks it outside. Picks up the dribble to Edney. Inside to Polonese. Deflected by Johnson. Good hustling play. Irvin late in getting back, but extended the arm into the passing lane to flick it out of bounds. It'll be sack ball.
Yeah, a break for the Sonics, too, that Edney overthrew Mitch Richmond. He couldn't come up with the ball. He had a sure layup, but as you mentioned, great backflow hustle by Irvin Johnson to poke it out of bounds and save the layup for the Sonics.
8-1 Sonics lead. Hawkins and Payton hit 2 threes early. Here's Grant with it. Grant backing down left of the lane on the Hawk. Turns, steady, steps between defenders and lays it up and in. Brilliant move by Brian Grant.
Outstanding footwork. He had the mismatch. He exploited his advantage.
Kemp goes to work down light, right side, feeds to Johnson on the cut to the hole, lays it up and in, hangs on the lip of the cup, and it falls in. He is fouled, and Irvin Johnson will go to the line, and that Sonic bench erupts.
Irvin Johnson is the guy that's got to give the Sonics something. He played 16 minutes. Didn't do a whole lot offensively, 1 for 6 from the field. We've seen Irvin improve his hands, his catch and release ability, and also his little medium-range jump shot. He's got to look for that tonight.
Irvin's free throw is up and in, and the Supersonics lead it by the score of 11-3. So Irvin with a three-point play. The Hawk with a three-pointer. Payton with a three-pointer. The Supersonics off to the great start. Edney trying to flash a pass inside of Richmond. Rolling baseline. Richmond is knocked down and fouled. Tripped up by the Hawk.
Yeah, Mitch faked like he was going to come off the screen into the corner, backdoor into the middle of the floor, right in the middle of the paint. And the Hawk had to push him from behind because he was beating on the play. But he's anticipating Mitch coming off the screen, looking for jumpers.
Kings bringing it down. Billy Owens down beyond the three-point ring. Fades it low to Grant. Backs in. Muscles to the hole. Raises up. Shot snuffed by Irvin Johnson. Attempt out of bounds. Irvin Johnson off to a great start here with 9:17 left in the first quarter of play.
Major key, the defensive presence of Irvin Johnson. Is Brian Grant not going to respect him at all? Just going to try and go up and over Irvin. Irvin said, hey, you got to be a little bit more creative than that.
Moving on out of Syracuse, inbounds to Grant. Ball chopped away by the Rain Man, but he couldn't juggle it. A hot ball out of bounds. And it will be Sacramento basketball.
They're in the zone, and Sean was playing man-to-man. It allowed Brian Grant to get wide open. Sean has just got to guard his position and not his man.
15 on the shot clock. Kings bringing it down to Edney over to Richmond. Covered by Kemp. Close to three. Rimming. Rebound Irvin after it. Tapped away by Grant. Saved by Grant to Polonese. Rolls off his shoulder and out of bounds. Yeah, Sonics will get it with 9:07 to play in the first.
Odom not the possessor of the surest hands in the league, and that was a close quarters hard pass from Brian Grant.
Shrimp quick left of it. Court to Hawkins. Court to Payton inside to Kemp for the two-handed jam. Great movement of the ball. Maybe one or two dribbles, and then in low to Kemp for the finet. 13-3. Sonics lead by 10. 8:55 to go in the first quarter of play. And the Sonics are completely dismantling Sacramento early. We'll be right back after the timeout on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. The game, so that was our theme in Game 3. It's 48 minutes. It'll take them 48 minutes to beat us, to be the better team down the stretch. Right now, the Sonics are the better team early on, hitting 5 for 5. Edney left side is double teamed by Peyton Shrimp. Throws off the Owen screen, top side to Richmond. Dives into the lane with a dribble, double. Kick out pass. Grant open, flick, got it. Brian Grant on that angle, a 15-footer up and in.
Now, do I want Mitch Richmond getting off early, or do I want Brian Grant?
Grant. Oh, boy. Rain Man calling a foul. And trying to set a screen for Peyton. Knocks Richmond to the floor, and Kemp gets his first foul, Marcus, at the 8:34 mark.
Now, that's not Sean's fault. I thought Mitch Richmond flopped all the way. I didn't see Sean throw a shoulder or dig into Mitch. He was almost trying to avoid Mitch. And Mitch just got in the path of Sean as he was running down court, and then the rest was the acting job.
Tyus Edney, right side, looking for Richmond on the low block right side, fronted by Hawkins. Peyton putting pressure on the ball. And a foul called as Gary reaches in on Tyus Edney.
Now here's the young officials, Ed F. Rush, Steve Javy, Ron Garrison trying to wrestle control of this game by the scruff of his neck early. So they're going to call a lot of cheap fouls. You can't let that fluster you or take you out of your ball game to a time.
Richmond will bring it back to Edney. Follow-away baseliner left side. Gary let him shoot it. Johnson grabs the air ball, and here comes the Sonics. Irvin with another rebound. Hands off to Peyton down the left side. Seattle's hit 5 for 5. Gary wants to clear out. Backs down Edney at 5-10. They bring Polonese to double, and Polonese kicks the ball out of bounds.
A nice recognition by Gary. Had Edney on his hip. Richmond had been matching up with him. He cleared Sean out of the post, took Tyus right down.
This is the Sonics' 8th possession so far in the previous 7. They've had 5 field goals and 2 turnovers. Peyton with it, left side off the Shrimp screen. Hesitation dribble. Back to Richmond, baseline right. Curls back outside of the Shrimp pick. Finds the Hawk open. Cracks the 17-footer up this. Kemp after the loose ball. Deflected away from Grant and out of bounds. But a hustling play by the Rain Man. 13-5. Sonics lead the Kings. 7:50 to play first quarter.
Well, that was great execution. They got the shot they wanted. Hawk just didn't knock it down. That's a shot that he can knock down 9 or 10 times over the one shot that he missed.
Here's Tyus Edney, sideline left. He's double teamed. Loops it out on top to Billy Owens. Swings the pass to Brian Grant. Open 15-footer. Won't go. Rebound to the Hawk. Hawkins lead pass to Johnson. Catches it. Turns to the hole. Up fakes. Leads between defenders. Shot blocked off the glass. The Karen grab by the Hawk. Hawkins dribbles out on the wing. Near side. Loops it on top to the Rain Man. He'll take it on Grant. Squeeze between defenders. Oh! The roundhouse! Oh! So nice!
Statement has been made. The Rain Man is ready to play.
10-point Sonic lead. I guess that's a position statement. And the Kemper deflects the ball away from Grant. On the pick. Ahead to Gary. Into the lane. Floating, running right-hander. Nearly went in. It rims off. Rebound of Polonese. Oh, my. The Sonics are playing loose and free. Here's Edney. Cuts into the lane. Feeds over to Grant. Follows the ball as he went in. Lost it out of bounds. The last touch by Dellum.
And notice how tight the Kings are playing. They're having trouble catching the basketball. Probably won't hear another word from Odom Polonese after that dunk by Sean Kemp. Sean just found some daylight when there was none that seemed available, and up and over Polonese. Arms too short to box with guard.
Richmond the other way. Drives in. Irvin meets him at the summit. Rejects the shot, and a foul call on Irvin Johnson. Second foul on Irvin, but a big spike for E.J.
Yeah, but he's got to continue to go after shots. You don't want Mitch Richmond to have his shots start falling through for his confidence to get up. Hey, put him on his behind, play him aggressive. No layup rule in effect.
Irvin works and Steve Javi down there. They stack up for the free throw. 6:42 to go first quarter, 15-5. Richmond to the line, flips it up and in.
Anybody else, Irvin might have gotten away with that block without the foul being called, but the officials recognize this is a dream teamer. Mitch Richmond, an all-star MVP add on top of that.
Here's Mitch, lines up in the second one, up and in. 15-7 count. Sonics on top by 8 early. 6:40 to go, first quarter. Gary Payton will bring it across midcourt. Swings it out here to Kemp. Tried to give to Detlef. The low pass, he couldn't handle it. Turnover. Kings take it. Edney skips across midcourt. Out to Villiona. Head and shoulder fake, rolls in, stop. Tried the up and under can't. Over to Olden. Left side. 15-foot knuckleball. Whistle. Foul. It'll be on the Kings. Billy Owens came over the top of the Hawks.
And that would really help the Sonics' case if the officials got on top of that offensive rebounding push that the Kings have been doing all series long. But you can't expect that to be called if you're a Sonic. You just got to play tough inside, make yourself big.
6:20 to play in the first quarter. The Sonics lead at 15-7. They got out to the 10-point lead. Payton and Hawkins, the two Sonics to score first, were three-point shooters, and they nailed them both. Here's Detlef with another three. Wide open from Kemp. Rimmick. Rebound. Recovered by Billy Owens. Billy will push it. Shadowed by Johnson in midcourt. Billy glides down the right wing. Says, come on with me up to the right-hander. He'll put it up from 8 feet. On the way to the rack, Billy Owens with a nice move.
They did a good job, but that was against solid defense. No foul. Just a tough shot by Owens.
Hawkins across midcourt. He's jumped by a double team. Edney comes away with a pick. Hawkins at midcourt and a reach out to detain Edney, and draws the foul wisely. Otherwise, Edney rolls to the promised land.
Yeah, and, you know, Gary needs to get the ball out of Hurst's hands. He's the primary ball handler in this situation. He doesn't want Hurst to get caught in a bad way. Two defenders pressuring him. What they call it?
Well, it was just a foul on the Hawk.
A breakaway, maybe?
Here's Edney the line to pass to the basket. In and out. I don't think so. I thought he was in backcourt when he got him. We'll see here. They're going to give him. Well, they are. They're going to give him the 2 shots. You're right. So they called a clear path. Because the Sonics were not over the limit.
Right, there was no defender back, and he did have a clear pass. Good
and
call.
It was, they say, in front court. So Edney hits both free throws, and it's a 15-10 count. Sonics leading by 5.5 minutes to go first quarter. Hawk right side, hands off to Payton along the sideline. Hawkins trying to elude Richmond. Cuts in with a left-hand dribble, turns, jump pass outside of Sam, fakes the three, dribbles by Polonese to the baseline. Polonese recovers. Sam needs some help. Graham the shot clock out to Sam. Air ball by Trent, laid up and in by the Hawk. Hawkins with a great find beneath the rim, laid it up and in.
That's where you make Ty said they paid the price of your Hersey Hawkins, not by posting up, but by just dominating him on the offensive board. That's the second offensive rebound for Hawkins tonight.
King set up, Billy Owens, left sideline. Looking for Richmond. He'll step out under the guard of Kemp. Quickly dribble baseline, glide to the glass, lay it in, he fouled, and he goes to the line. And the foul will be on the Hawks.
Now, that was a break for the Sonics. I thought Sean Kemp was the one that actually slapped Richmond on the arm. I thought Hawks had held his position pretty decently on the play. Sean lets Mitch get to the baseline a little too quickly. That was the Hawk on the reach. The Hawks complaining because he thought he got all basketball. But Sean can't allow Mitch to make his baseline move that quickly because help hasn't had a chance to get there yet.
Richmond to the line. The Sacramento Kings have hit 4 of 6 from the stripe. Richmond's at 2 for 2. Free throws up and in.
But I like the way the Sonics are playing. I mean, they started off quick and early. You make the Kings always have to look up, always have to struggle and scratch and keep themselves in the game. Pretty soon, they won't be able to sustain that high level of play.
Seattle leads 17-13. Gary spots the seam, drives into the lane, lost it as he went airborne, recovers it on the baseline, outside to Detlef, stumbles, but getting off the pass to Perkins for the three. He'll toss and miss. Billy Owens for the rebound. Billy carves a path up the center of the floor. The pull-up 15-footer. Short rebound. Vinny finds Detlef leaking out. 2-on-1. One man to beat. Behind the back to Gary to the glass with the left hand. Whirls it up and in over Richmond. Oh, what a pass by Detlef. Edney the other way. Pulls up right side. Double team. Forced out to the sideline. Looks at a Richmond. Takes it in stride. Into the lane. His pass deflected and grabbed by Son Kemp. Held that pass to Vinny Askew. Lead pass to Payton. 1-on-1 at Edney. Crossover dribble. Baseline left double. Outside he swings to Vinny. Back to Gary. Right side double to Vinny for the three. Open top. No. Rebound. Grabbed by Tyus Edney. Edney will get him bug. On the wing to Grant. He'll pull up left side and delay. Hand to Edney. Checked by Gary Payton. He rolls up the Grant screen. Drives into the lane. Stop clean. 5-footer on the way. Short. Rebound rolls outside. Taken by Payton in midcourt. Looks the diagonal pass to Detlef. Lead pass to Kemp. Two-handed jam. The Rain Man throws it down on a lead pass from Detlef Schrempf.
Keep the pressure on the Kings. Push it up at every opportunity. And once the Kings get into a fast up and down pace, it's taking Mitch Richmond out of the game. He hasn't gotten many good looks at the bucket.
21-13. Seattle leads with 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Edney nearly tripped up. Coming off the screen. Finds Grant out right side. He'll dispatch it to Richmond. Swings right, cuts left. Maneuvers into the lane. Great feed to Grant. Leads in and passes him with running right hand range. Here come the Sonics the other way. Gary carves into the lane. Feeds over to Vinny. Knifing in left side is Kemp. Pull-up jumper blocked by Grant. Recovered by Colony. Lead pass to Edney. 2-on-1 with Grant for the glass. Challenges Detlef. Lays it home with the left hand. 21-17. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Back and forth they have gone here in the last 3 minutes of play. And the Sonics will call a timeout. Oh, the throwing haymakers at each other in Arco Arena. And they're both still standing with 2:54 left in the first. 21-17 count. Sonics by 4 as we go to the timeout on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. The name right one of these days. The Sonics 9 of 17, 53%. Kings 6 of 15, 40%. The Sonics about rebounded Sacramento 9-5. Seattle has forced 2 King turnovers. Seattle has committed 4 turnovers themselves. Shawn Kemp off to the great start. 4 of 4, 8 points, a rebound, and 2 steals thus far. And just 1 foul.
Activity with a purpose.
Kind of like us. Here's Payton off the Kemp screen. Swing it left side to Burke. Inside to Kemp. Covered by Grant 101. Backs into the lane. Reverse pivot. High hook up and closes. Shawn Kemp 5 for 5 and 10 points.
Boy, that's the jump hook I've been waiting to see for like 2 or 3 months from Shawn Kemp. He can get in the middle of the paint almost any time he wants, and he's so athletic. He jumps over any and every defender.
23-17. The Sonics by 6. Michael Smith, the animal out of Providence, second-year players in, along with Lionel Simmons from LaSalle. They give it to Edney, now to Smith. Running baseline, walks beneath the rim. Shot deflected by Kemp. He grabs it. Swings it outside to Gary. Long lead pass to Vinny. He knocks it down to give Sam a chance as he runs out at it. He and Smith dive. And it's last touch by Smith out of bounds. There is your veteran, Sam Perkins, throwing the body on the floor and bumping the mahogany.
Bumping the mahogany. Big smooth at 6'10". 34 years old. Getting down, getting dirty. And that caused for the Sonics to have another possession in their hands at this point in the game.
Marciulionis will come in, and out will come Tyus Edney.
And you saw Mitch Richmond head to the bench. That lets you know those 48 minutes are on his mind. He was kind of hoping maybe I'll get a blow right now at this stage of the game.
That's good observation. 2:10 left here first quarter. Seattle up 6. They open it up left side for Vinny. He'll take Simmons in deep. Missed the 5-footer. Kemp had the rebound and lost it as he came down. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take it.
A nice take move by Vinny. I mean, I like the shots even if the Sonics have missed early on. They've been open. Look at the bucket. Vinny did a good job. He had a nice look after bumping Simmons off. He just missed the tippy.
I like that matchup. Askew 235, Simmons 210. But Vinny right now is matched up on the defensive end on Richmond. They go to Simmons left side, turns it lead-line, got off the 10-footer and hit it over Payton. Nice shot. 23-19, Seattle leading. A minute 45 to go first quarter. Payton outside the key, stops. Finds Nate, right wing, in low, Sam. Back to the basket. Working on Smith. Backs in deep, turns, trying to get the hook off. Deflected, grabbed by Grant. Outlet pass to Marciulionis. Floated backcourt by McMillan. Winning will bring it up, and they set the half-court offense. Simmons tries to cut in, rolls, stops, double team, kick out pass to Grant. The extra pass to Smith along the baseline. Fires cross court. They'll give Simmons the 17-footer and they'll miss. Rebound to the Rain Man. Quick outlet pass comes to Gary. Drops over the dribble. Spins into the key. With the left hand looking for a man from behind. Marciulionis picks it free, but dribbled it out of bounds under the guard of Sam Perkins. Nice play by Sam to pick up Marciulionis immediately in backcourt.
Yeah, Nate did the same thing here on the left side as soon as Schroeder caught the ball because he has a tendency just to put his head down and go without looking at what's in front of him. So maybe they can pick up an offensive foul or a turnover in that case there.
Seattle up 4 with possession. 1:07 to go in the first quarter. Payton outside off the Perkins pick, covered by Marciulionis. Baseline right to the Rain Man. Up fake, leans back. Holiday stands his ground. They go outside on the key to Vinny. Now over to Nate. Ball popped free by Simmons and recovered beneath the rim by Polonese. And here come the Kings. Simmons wants to set it up with 49 seconds left in the first quarter. Simmons covered by Nate McMillan. Looking left, now looking right. Baseball pass over to Owen. Philly scanning left and right. Dribbles ahead. Crossover dribble. Stops. Jacks it from 15. No. Vinny seals off Smith for the rebound. And here come the Sonics. Payton to midcourt. Long lead pass. Beautifully to Kemp. Took it airborne and jammed it home. The
why the Sonics have to continue to push the ball up the court. John Kemp can outrun all of these Sacramento big men.
Kemp is at 6 of 7 and that 12 first quarter points thus far. Simmons up, takes out of the corner, runs baseline. Arcs his shot up and in off the window. Drew a lick from Vinny Askew and got the foul. Lionel Simmons coming off the Kings bench.
And doing
with emphasis.
Yeah, helping his team stay in the game. A little up fake on Sam Perkins, gets baseline. Vinny not there in time and too close to the rim to probably be effective. Sean Kemp trying to go for the block, but good concentration by Lionel Simmons to finish off the play.
25-21, Seattle leading, 17 and 8, 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. The Sonics jumped up to an 11-3, then a 13-3 lead. To begin the contest, Simmons hits the free throw. The Kings have recovered beautifully since then.
They have, but you want them in that position to have to recover the whole ball game, to go up 7 or 8, have them to have to fight and scrap their way back into it. It puts a lot of pressure on Sacramento. They have to continue to play at a high level.
They have to use one of their patented runs early in the game. 25-22. Sonics by 3 with possession. Foul called on Polynice as he jostles Payton back toward Gary. Will bring it inbound. Gary off to Bukowski, pick stop. Feeds outside of Vinny. Open look at a 3. Flips it, rimmed it. Sam deflects the rebound off the glass. Won't go, and that ends the first quarter of play at Arco Arena. A well-played first quarter by both teams. 25-22. The Sonics lead after 1 on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. We certainly hope they will win. Right now they're playing extremely well, shooting 11 of 22 in the first quarter. Kings 8 for 20. Rebounding total, Sonics 12 and the Kings 6. Assists 7 to 3. The Sonics passed the ball very, very well in the first quarter.
You know, they're going to have your own contingent at T-Tac the next day, right?
Yeah, tomorrow we'll have Lloyd and I are coming in, and we'll get in about 12 o'clock, so you want to bake us some cookies while we'll be there. Here's an entry pass. Marshall to Owens, deflected away by Payton. He fronts the post, deflects it out of bounds. Kings will get it back with 6 on the shot clock.
And this is the key stretch here. Richmond's out of the game. Edney's out of the game. Sonics have their subs on the floor. You got to try and build, at least hold on to your lead.
Owens will get it inbounds to Olden Polynice. He turns, hooks from 12, rimming. Rebound grab by Sam Perkins. Polynice has been throwing that down all series long. Here's a lead pass to Payton up in the front court to Bukowski. He's delayed by Smith. Will hand off to McMillan. Nate wants to set it up. Hey, let's think about it, fellas. Let's get something good here. Let's swing it over to Bukowski. Back to Nate, but Marcelona steps in between, and an unforced error. Kings take it the other way. Simmons with it. Wants to clear out right side. He's going to work on Vinny. Vinny will lunge. Simmons will take the game to baseline. Stop. Down on top of Marcelona. Checked by McMillan. Rooney starting the dribble drive, but turned away by Mack. Beats to Polynice. Over to Simmons. Inside to Billy Owens to the glass. Finger rolls it up and into the left hand.
Yeah, that's where they want to go. They want to go Payton against Owens. Owens at 6'9" has a decided height advantage and use that left real nicely.
25-24 to score. Bukowski down on the low block right side, gets the ball. Smith falls to the floor, and a foul is called on Michael Smith.
He had a little help. Now, Frank kind of helped him down on the ground, kind of flung him down as Smith was trying to get around and battle Frank Bukowski in the low post. Frank extremely strong, throws the elbow. Smith, a little acting job also.
Sonics bring it in. McMillan curls off a screen left side, dumps it low to Sam, drop step spin, powers to the hole with 2 hands from behind. Polynice blocks up shot. He can't get a call. Back come the Kings. Marcelonis into the lane, doubled out to Simmons on the wing. He floats it and got it. A long one for Simmons, giving the Kings the lead at 27-25. Marcelonis steals the ball, heads the other way. Feeds to Simmons into the lane. One dribble, poked away, and a whistle walk on Simmons.
Yeah, the one concern of mine is the Sonics ball handling. They're a little bit careless with the basketball. The Kings already keyed into the passing lane and stripping the basketball from the Sonics.
The last shot by Simmons was a 3 to give the Kings a 27-25 lead. 10:20 to go, second quarter. McMillan with the ball out beyond the three-point arc. Over to Detlef, comes off the Perkins pick, drives in, dumps it to Brick for the 3, got it. It's a two-pointer. His foot was on the line, they say. We're tied at 27-27.
Yeah, but a good sign. Bukowski knocking down his first long jump shot. You need him to knock down the occasional long J to keep things loose inside.
10 minutes to go. We're in the second period. We're tied at 27. Billy Owens with the ball. Out to Simmons, off to Smith pick, floats a high one up. No, Detlef scores in, grabs the rebound.
I think the best thing in the world for the Sonics is that Simmons has knocked down a couple of early jumpers. He thinks he's a great shooter now.
McMillan to Trent, left side, falling away from 12 feet. He nails the jump shot. Trent came out of the fourth quarter, game 3 to score 7 points.
The Kings scrap and claw their way back in the game. Now the Sonics slowly take control again.
29-27 Seattle. Back cut. Smith from Marciulionis into the lane and fouled. But equal in by Vinny Askew. Smith will go to the stripe for 2, where he's a 38%er during the regular season this year. 29-27. Timeout on the floor. The Sonics lead the Kings with 9:27 to play in the first half of the Sonics Broadcasting Network.
Thank you.
29-27 score. 9:27 to go. Second period play. Detlef Schrempf has 5 assists for the Sonics early. And the Supersonics need that kind of playmaking.
Yeah, they need this unit out here on the court now just to hold the fort, give Gary Payton, Sean Kemp a chance to get rested. And when I say fort, I don't mean the kind only dogs can hear. I'm talking about this game going on out here.
Smith misses the first free throw. He's shooting extremely well from the field. Second free throw up and in. 29-28. Sonics by 1, 9:24 to go second quarter. Sonics led early, 13-3, and closed the quarter leading by 3, 25-22. Simmons hit a 3 to put the Kings on top, 27-25. And the Sonics surge back. Here's Detlef, low right side double. Outside of Sam DeBrick. Up big. Stop, leans back, hoists and scores from the head of the key. Frank Rakowski comes the other way and looks at the Kings bench and kind of pumps a fist in the air toward him.
Unusual display of emotion from Rakowski. He just really turned it into the Kings bench and King fans.
Billy Owens to Marciulionis, double clutches, fires the Denver Michigan. Rebound to Detlef Schrempf. Then McMillan planted the seed of indecision on Marciulionis that time, and he badly missed the J. Here's Mac Temple with it down high. Dominic. Back to McMillan, looking for Detlef on the post, covered by Rooney. Detlef will get it. Leans back and draws the Kings into illegal defense. They didn't respond.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you're feeding the post from Sarunas Marciulionis is playing post defense. Gary St. Jean trying to get his troops in the right position. But Sarunas is great at going behind the defender to the strong side where the basketball is being delivered and coming up with the steal.
Sonic bring it in with Sean Kemp back in the lineup. McMillan, Rakowski, Schrempf and Askew. Kemp will get it. Mid block left side, works Smith into the left hand, stops, leans into him, shot blocked from behind, and recovered by Polynice. Now it comes to Marciulionis, runs into the ball as McMillan, and a foul is called on Nate.
Yeah, and Nate is telling Ron Garrison, watch the flop. I mean, Sarunas that time, that was just terrible acting even, as Nate did lunge after the basketball, but you're going to see McMillan on our replay, see Marciulionis just really get into a whole acting thing, like Nate is just, crawled into his skin.
31-28 Seattle. 8-19 to play here in the second period. Billy Owens will bring it across. 6'9" out of Syracuse, 225. When he began his career in the pros, he didn't want to play in Sacramento. Remember, that caused the trade down the bay for Mitch Richmond. He'll hand off to Polynice, who hits the turnaround hook in the lane. Olin Polynice did not have that turnaround jump hook when he played in Seattle his first couple of years as a pro. Rakowski, lead pass inside to Shaw. Couldn't have caught with a ladder off his fingertips. Smith with the recovery. The other way to Simmons. Into the lane. Leads to the hole. Finger roll up and in. Kings take the lead 32-31. With 7:45 to play in the first half. And Richmond continues to rest on the bench.
And Lionel Simmons had a stellar first half so far with 10 points early on.
McMillan outside trying to avoid Marciulionis. Feeds to Detlef right side. Leads between defenders, adjusts in midair and hits it. Gets nothing but cord. Detlef drops in the beauty. 33-32 the score.
Now the Kings are coming down making the spectacular plays, and Sonics just kind of methodically making just the normal routine plays.
Owens whirls off the screen. He's double teamed to Smith. Over to Marciulionis. Now in the corner to Simmons. Stops, leans on Kemp, off balance from the baseline. He got it. Lionel Simmons with a tough shot. 34-33. Kings take the lead. Down back the other way into the lane. Extended by defenders. Missed the running right-hander. Two-handed follow by Kemp off the mark. Kings taken. Owens avoids the follow. McMillan to midcourt. To Polynice. Short arms a hook. Rakowski powered into him, knocking him to the floor. And Polynice will get 2 shots after the timeout on the foul to Rakowski. 34-33. Kings by 1 with 6:56 to play in the second period. And this arena is rocking here in Sacramento, California. We'll be back to Sac in a moment on the Sonics Broadcasting Network.
Down at the Kings end.
34-33 is their score. The Kings by 1. 6:56 to go second quarter. In this period, the Sonics have hit 4 of 8 from the field. Sacramento 5 of 8. And Lionel Simmons, the L train rolling. 7 points in the quarter, 12 for the game. Polynice hits the first of 2 free throws.
Well, one of the other keys in this stretch is that Gary Payton is getting a prolonged rest along with Mitch Richmond. Gary's been down with the stomach virus over the last week or so, so this is a much-needed rest for him.
Polynice drops in a couple of free throws, and the Kings take a lead of 3, their largest of the game, 36-33. Getting out high left side, fires a low to Kemp, one dribble and up, leans and is fouled. The Kings have blocked Kemp's shot twice. This time they get a deflection, but some skin.
Yeah, they're sandwiching Sean Kemp in between a big guy, Michael Smith, and a bigger guy, Odin Polynice, from behind. There's Smith in front, Polynice coming down from behind to try and get a piece of the basketball, but Sean's too quick getting the basketball up. Polynice couldn't get there.
Kemp's been on the post most of the night, and this will be his first free throw attempt, and it's off the mark.
I also like to see Sean step away from the bucket. We've seen him face up, knock down jump shots over the last month of the season. He can make that shot.
Crowd extremely loud. The ball up there with great rotation. Circles and pops out. He missed them both. And the Kings come up with a rebound. 36-33, Sacramento. 6.5 minutes to go, second period. Simmons outside from LaSalle. Over it comes to Marcellonis. Trying to drive in. Ball bobbles, grabbed by Kemp. Lead pass Gary into the lane. He'll lay it up. Simmons nailed it from behind. And Gary stumbles into the goal stanchion and is hobbling now. Might have twisted that left ankle slightly.
Yeah, hard foul by Lionel Simmons. Not going to allow any layups, any uncontested layups inside. And as you mentioned, Gary flew right into the basket support. He's going all out, full speed. There's Simmons from behind, going to rake the ball away from Gary, and got that foot stuck on the basket support.
That's just the way he hurt the foot at Minnesota, only on the scorer's table on the side when he backpedaled into it, kind of caught it up on the side.
Which is a good sign because he was playing the next game. So it may not be that serious. Gary's a very flexible athlete, and it takes a lot for him to even miss a game. And he told the coaching staff right then, I'm all right. Or as he said it, I'm all right. Young fellow will say all right.
On the line, they said. He said the second one was on the line.
Yeah.
I remember that because I originally called a 3, and the officials indicated 2 because he was on the line. What do you have for, Billy? Both were 2 field goals.
Yeah, they were both 2s. He was on the line.
36-34 the score. The Kings lead by a deuce. 6:25 to go. Gary hits the first. Second one up. And rimming. Smith all over the rebound.
Don't you love it when the coaching staff involves you in the game as a broadcaster?
Well, as they asked me to be the official scorer, and I mean, don't ask me because it doesn't mean a jack. What I think. Here's Owens left side. To the baseline he comes, running left-hander over Kemp, won't go. Strong defended beautifully. Got no help in the rebound, though. Smith grabs it away. Cross-screen into Owens. Blocked by McMillan. Nate on the break is held by Owens in backcourt. And the foul is on Billy Owens. Nate McMillan reached right up and spanked that shot of Marcellonis.
Yeah, and Sharoon is going to try the quick shot right in the face of Nate McMillan. McMillan has the long arms of the law, and they're in full effect. Nice block. Good job running down the basketball, the hole from behind.
36-34 the score. The Kings lead by a deuce. 6:02 to go, second period. Billy Owens will come out, and in will check Mitch Richmond. McMillan and Payton are the guards. Hawkins, remember, picked up 3 fouls in the first quarter of play. Dennis will get it high right side, fakes the hand off to Gary. He'll go to the block. Wanting the ball, spins, nice pass, Dennis inside to Gary. Reverse right-hander blocked by Smith, and a goaltending call. The bucket will count. Gary Payton will get the bucket, and Detlef Schrempf will get his 6th assist of the night.
But nice read, a little ball fake, gets Richmond out of position. Gary with the spin, the lock, the bullet pass from Detlef, and I don't think that shot was going to go in by Gary Payton. Michael Smith bailed him out.
36-36 score, 5:41 to go, second quarter. Smith out high left side. Feeds to Rooney, cranks it free. No, rebound Detlef, all over it with 2 hands. Up the floor he comes. Richmond is down with a bad ankle. In comes Detlef, hands off beneath the rim, and it got away from Rakowski. He walked out of bounds. It's too bad because the Sonics had a 5-on-4. Richmond went down, and he's hobbling in that right ankle. And it looks like it's not good at all.
Yeah, whenever a player refuses to put any kind of pressure on that ankle, you know it's a serious injury. But as you mentioned, I guess he and Gary might have banged knees. I didn't really see the play.
Grabbing the ankle there.
Grabbing the ankle, right. He must have landed on Gary's foot. It must have Must have happened, but as you mentioned, the Sonics should have been a little bit more patient, recognized that they didn't have numbers. They were trying to, go full throttle up the court and electrify that to try and generate some offense for his ball club.
Well, the Sonics had to do it without the Rain Man in game 1, and now the Kings, for the final 5.5 minutes of the first half, will have to do it without the Rock. Barcelona dead, the up fake, drives into the lane, double pump, hands off inside, ball deflected, stolen away by McMillan, grabbed by Kemp, shovels it back to Nate. He picks up McMillan in the backcourt, centers to Sean Kemp. Up the floor he comes, runs into the lane, powers into a defender, flips it up, and you know that's going to be called a charge. Every time he brings the ball into the lane on the fly like that and there's a whistle, you know he's getting the charge. And I'm siding with Sean Kemp here because that is not an automatic. Although in this case, Polonese held his ground pretty well, anticipated the move by Sean to his left.
Yeah, Oda did a good job. His shoulders were almost square in front of Sean. I mean, I've seen that called blocks on a lot of occasions, but Sean has got to stay under control. He was out of control that play.
36-36 count. 5 minutes to go, second quarter. Edney floats outside, high left wing. Gets a screen from Polonese, kicks it to Simmons right to the keys, but not 7 of his 12 and a quarter. Simmons swings it in, up fakes beautifully, drives in, lays it up, and through the foul. He'll go to the line. Edney creating things by driving in deep, forcing the defense to draw to him.
And the defense that time was Frank Brakowski, who really let Edney have it. Edney with his quickness gets down the gut. You see Frank kind of move the arms into Edney just to send the point home a little clearer. That's how you have to play the little guy. If he wants to penetrate, you put him on his butt and make him pay the price.
Bukowski's second foul. Edney hits the first free throw. It's 37-36, 4:51 to go, second period. So Richmond goes out at the 5.5-minute mark with an ankle. Let's see how the Sonics respond to the loss of Mitch Richmond. Right now they're trailing by 2. 38-36 is Edney. Hits a couple of free throws. Sonics set up left side. Gary whirls into the lane, goes to the hole, powers up with Cooper. No. Rebound Polonese to Simmons. Centers to Edney. Triple teamed into the lane, gives to the cutter Polonese. Second man through, missed the shot, follows it up and in. Polonese with a great follow. 40-36, Kings by 4. 4:23 left, second period. McMillan with the ball raised, out to Bukowski, over to Nate. He alone is Sean. Back down on Smith, double team, pass to the point, kick by Polonese. Kick ball to call, Seattle will get it back.
Sonics are okay, though. I still like the way they're playing. The teams are just making the tough shot. Polonese missed the easy one, got the follow inside, and just flung at it, tapped it off the backboard. As long as you make the Kings continue to make difficult shots, particularly without Richmond, you're in a pretty good position.
Sonics bring it in bounds, and Gary Payton will take over. They have Kemp down to the block. They bring Schrempf out the screen. Gary 1-on-1 on that. Barcelona's baseline. Picks up the dribble, pivots outside to Sam, over to Detlef, high left wing. Jabs right, goes left to the baseline. Nice skip pass in beneath the rim to Kemp. Double clutches and missed the shot right side. Rebound to Smith is 6 to Edney. Long lead pass over through Marcelonis and out of bounds.
Kind of getting a little frustrated. He's not converting inside.
Gary with a hard push to McMillan. Having floats that jumper out of the corner from 20 feet right side. It's a three-pointer for Nate McMillan, making it 40-39. Sacramento by 1.
Force the Kings again. If the Kings to sustain this level so far, the Sonics are doing it beautifully.
3:30 to go, second quarter. Edney off the Polonese pick. Edney hops the baseline, double team. Stroll on the park beneath the rim. Over to Simmons. Floats it 3 in the air. No, down for the rebound. Wriggles. Finds McMillan. Sliding down the left side. Devil with a 6th rebound. Pulls up, takes a 3. Got it. Detlef Schrempf, dead, solid, perfect right down the pipe, and the Sonics take a 42-40 lead on back-to-back trays by McMillan and Detlef Schrempf.
Now the Kings feel the pressure to try and come back down and score. Sonics going to tangle the defense right here.
3 minutes left. Barcelona skipping, double team. Clooney pumps it outside of Polonese. Takes it on a block, backs in double. Cross-court pass to Edney. To Simmons for the 3. No. Rebound off the top of the glass, taken by the Rain Man. John Kemp dribbles to midcourt. Sprints up in the front court, right side. Hold up, Rain Man, that'll baby. Gives to Nate McMillan. Now Kemp will go down low. He'll screen. Ball goes off to the left side to Gary. Mid-block right side into the paint. Draws defenders out to Sam. Shoots the three. No. Rebound comes right to Dallas to the glass. Double pump. And links it up and in as he quivers to the glass. 44-40. Seattle takes the lead.
I'll tell you, the best thing for the Sonics is that Simmons hits a couple of early jumpers because now he thinks he's an outside shooter extraordinaire, and he can't buy a bucket so far.
Tyus Edney with a rock. Out high left side. Throws off the Colony. Pick double. Gives to the cutter. And Smith drives into the lane. Scoops it up and drew the foul. Smith going in out of control, laying it up, getting the call, and he is down on the floor.
But it's on Sean Kemp. That's his third. That's the kind of plays where he's got to concede the bucket. Just get out the way at this late stage in the second quarter.
2:11 left in the second period, and it's a 44-40 game. Seattle by 4 on the Sonic Broadcasting Network.
And you saw the game?
The three hits, fouled, goes to the line, hits the free throw.
Yeah, and I said, no wonder you got it. You were here. You were here watching it.
I was here, baby. Smith, free throw up, no.
I like the lineup on the floor, especially defensively and transitionally for the Sonics right now. Askew in for Kemp because of the third foul. With 2:11 left, Richmond out at least for the entire rest of this half. The Sonics can really go a long way in increasing their lead going into halftime.
Seattle's on an 8-1 run here in the last minute and a half since Richmond went down. The Sonics have taken advantage. Back-to-back threes by McMillan and Detlef. Fired him up, 44-41 the score. Out high left side, Detlef pump faking. Detlef having a wonderful first half. Drives into the lane. Nice scoop pass out to Vinny. Rolls it in with a lovely left-hand reverse. Just nice, lovely, great court spacing. Tripp with his 7th assist has 7 boards and 9 points.
Yeah, that's what I like. He's distributing the ball nicely, using his ball handling ability at 6'10" to create shots for his teammates.
46-41 Seattle. Here's the lob to the post. Colonies will take it, turn the lane, hook, and score.
At that time, the Sonics got burned. They were trying to front Colonies with Nate McMillan. He was able to get the basketball and then turn to that left shoulder for the jump hook.
They just missed that entry pass.
Yeah, he got a piece of it, and the weak side defense was just a step slow getting there for the help.
Got the feet inside to Gary. He gets away from Marciulionis. Rooney falls to the floor. The foul is on Marciulionis. Payton comes over with words for Marciulionis.
Yeah, and the thing about Marciulionis that you don't like as a player that he flops all the time. Now we're in there battling for position, and yeah, I got a little elbow in your throat, but it's not that rough, not that difficult enough to make you fall down.
Payton wins this battle. He'll get 2 shots. 46-43, the Sonics lead it. Payton's free throw rocks around and falls in off the back rim. Gary 3 for 6 from the line. Hit 4 of 8. The Sonics have hit 4 of 8 from three-point range and are shooting 50% overall for the game. Payton hits the second free throw, and the Sonics have a 5-point lead. Pressure applied on the ball now by Sam Perkins. The Kings will get it in bounds, and Edney will take over. Edney with the range down the left wing. Wants to set the floor. Come on up here, Olden. Set a screen. All right, he'll roll off the pick. Right baseline. Oh, I'm double team. Better keep the dribble alive. Oh, I'm trapped on the baseline. Who's going to get it to it? Grant. He juggled it. Ball hacked away by Detlef. Outside Simmons will take it. 5-minute shot clock into the lane. Finger roll beauty by Simmons. 48-45. Seattle by 3. A minute left in the game in the first half of play. Askew out beyond the three-point arc. Feeds low to Sam. Sam turns and twists. Sam and illegal defense.
Depending on the changes in the rules, Lionel Simmons thinks because Vincent Askew is the post feeder that he can drop back and sit in Sam Perkins' lap as a defensive player. But Vincent was beyond the three-point strike. He was isolated, ball enough out. Illegal defense. Simmons has got to step away from Sam Perkins in a situation like that.
Detlef tonight has hit 4 of 7 from the field. He's yet to go to the line. He'll take the technical foul shot, and he throws an air ball. And he shakes his head in utter disbelief. And, of course, the crowd seizes the opportunity to tell the Sonics all about it.
Yeah, but he's got 9 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. So I'll take an air ball along with those other stats.
Yeah, he's only accounted for about 23 of the Sonic points. Here's Gary. Carves and it's into the lane. Drives it to the hole with authority and finger rolls it in for a lovely finish. 50-45 the count. Marciulionis comes the other way. Gary Payton reaches in. Stuffs the ball on Marciulionis' chest. And again, Rooney stumbles out of control. Gary's got a smirk on his face as Marciulionis comes to the free throw line.
Yeah, and Gary, this is where his advantage against Sharunas is. If Detlef comes over, that won't show up on the stat sheet, but Detlef got a nice piece of Marciulionis to free up Gary Payton, and then Gary with the aggressive defense at the other end, caught reaching in for the foul.
Rooney hits the free throw, and Payton is upset.
He's just trying to take Sharunas out of his game. He's going to talk to him, playing physical the whole night.
Rooney missed the second free throw. Rebound grabbed by Payton. He'll come up the floor, standing with Marciulionis. Looking for a seam, can't find an opening. He'll bring it outside, maintains the dribble. Now he drop step forward. Pass out on the wing to Vinny. Loops it into the lane, outside to Detlef. His jumper away, missed it. Edney with a rebound. 50-46. Sonics by 4. The Kings will get the last shot of the half, presumably. 11 seconds remaining in the half. Seattle by 4. Edney with it. Beyond the three-point arc. Hands to Marciulionis. Double team, got off the shot. Got it. 8/10 of a second on the clock. He had a 20-footer. Detlef will bring it in. Vinny will turn. He will shoot. He will miss it. And that will end the first half of play. The Sonics lead the Kings 50-48. We'll be back and have a report on the condition of Mitch Richmond in just a moment here on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. Clip on 17 of 39. Free throws, the Sonics were 4 of 8, and the Kings hit 13 of 18. So the Kings staying in the game at the line where they have outscored the Sonics by 9. Three-point shooting, 4 of 9. Seattle, the Kings 1 of 5. And bench scoring, the Kings have outscored the Sonics bench 19-9, due in large part to the 12, make it 14-point effort by Lionel Simmons. All looks like they'll go with Marciulionis in stepping in for Richmond here at the 2.
Well, the first thing you got to guard against is that making you overconfident that, okay, their best player, the guy that's been killing you all during the playoffs, is out. It's going to be a cakewalk. No, this Sacramento team is playing very good basketball. They're moving the ball well as a unit. But I think Sharunas Marciulionis, both offensively and defensively, is going to be a key. You got to shut him down at the defensive end for the Sonics. Don't let him have open looks at the basket and create. And then at the other end, you got to make him work awful hard to try and contain Gary Payton. And again, I would use Gary Payton on the perimeter to try and beat Sharunas off the dribble, because Sharunas' foot speed is not equal to that of Gary's.
Billy Owens, along with Marciulionis, Brian Grant, Edney, and Polynice will get the start here in this second half of play. Billy Owens, in 16 minutes, just got 2 rebounds. He's averaging 8 a game here in the playoff series.
And this works to the Kings' favor if they're trying to get Richmond back in this game some kind of way. They're trying to buy some time here, but Sonics just have to go out and continue to do the things they did well in the first part of this game. Let's get out and run.
Sonics will drop back defensively. Marciulionis pump fake, drives into the lane, tries to beat outside to the point. The ball knocked down by Detlef. Percy dives to the floor. Swings it up ahead to Gary. Long lead pass to Detlef. Deflected by Edney, out of bounds. And the Sonics will get it.
Yeah, well, that was the other thing I didn't mention was turnovers. The Sonics with 11 in the first quarter, or the first half, a lot unforced. They've got to do a better job taking care of the basketball.
And they have to force turnovers. Seattle only with 4 steals. The Kings had 8. And Sacramento turned it over just 7 times. Payton out in front of the King bench. Works off the Kemp screen, straightens, 18-footer airborne, rimming, rebound. Oh, I thought the Hawk was going to get it. It took an extra skip off the rim, came down to Edney. He kicks the ball from the front court. Gary Payton dives for it, but falls out of bounds with it. Sonics throwing their bodies around the mahogany. Landon with a look. Hawkins and Payton now get it to floor burns in the first half minute of play here in the third. That's a good sign.
And good job by George to put Jerry on Tyus Edney to try and shut him down. He got a big third quarter for the Kings last ball game.
Simmons skips it low to Grant, trying to pass to the point, knocked down by Detlef again. He's got Gary on his left as he goes the other way on a 2-on-2. Edney steps out on Detlef. Wisely, he'll circle outside. Dribble it, crossover, outside to Irvin, over to Hawk for the 3. No. Rebound, Detlef, taps it up and in. Little trip right there on the cup. Taps it in, off the fingertips.
That is super intelligent basketball. Detlef had ties on him. Instead of wanting ties down in the post and isolating, he just let Hershey take the shot. He worked the offensive glass.
52-48 Seattle. Marciulionis has turned it over twice so far. Inside of Polynice, turns, Holloway baseline. No. Rebound grabbed by Gary Payton. Irvin did a superb job to force Polynice back on that one. Gary baseballs to Detlef in the lane, double outside of Gary. 3 flick, got it. Gary Payton with a 3 ball from Detlef Schrempf. And the Sonics lead it 55-48, up 7 with 10.5 minutes to go here in this third quarter of play. A 20-second timeout has been called. Detlef Schrempf has been absolutely superb in this ball game. 11 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists, Marcus.
And just a great job mentally into the game. Going to beat Tyus Edney to the offensive glass. Tyus is nowhere in the picture as Detlef has an uncontested shot at the bucket, the tip in, and Gary St. Jean is upset because nobody put a body on him. But again, it was Tyus Edney who was not used to having to deal with the 6'10 guy, and then Gary Payton with a nice feed from Detlef. Going to hit the little step-back jump shot from the three-point line and put the Sonics up by 7 points.
Seattle has hit 5 of 11 from the three-point arc, and they have a 55-48 cushion. The Kings' first 3 possessions of this third quarter resulted in 2 turnovers. Inside, nice lob pass to Grant beneath the rim. Kemp just stood his ground and waited until Grant double pumped before he went up. Grant scores. It's a 55-50 score. Seattle leading.
Grant did a nice job of stealing and locking Sean Kemp. Sean kind of face guarded.
Payton skips to Hawkins in traffic. Ball deflected away by Edney. Lee pass to Marciulionis. Takes it, rumbles to the glass, lays it up, and a foul called as Conley, or actually as Irvin Johnson, laid on his back. Rooney will get a deuce on the foul to Irvin, his third.
The Hershey Hawkins has to be real careful when Tyus Edney's around, and Tyus is great at stealing the basketball from bigger players, comes up with it, gives a nice lead to Marciulionis. You know what he's going to do. He's going right for the contact of Irvin Johnson.
Marciulionis hits the free throw, and he has 4 points.
We give the Kings credit. All during this series, they have allowed themselves to get down by 8, 10 points, but always found a way to scrap back into the basketball game.
Second by Marciulionis is in, 55-52. So the Sonics 7-point lead quickly trimmed back to 3. Payton sideline left, working Rooney. Lobs it in deep to Kemp. Goes to work on Grant. Backs and turns up, fakes in the paint through the foul. Farley came over to hang on Sean Kemp's right shoulder.
Sean's got to be aware that Detlef is wide open at the top of the key. He's got 3 defenders. Billy Owens in the picture now comes running down to try and defend him. And there's 4 guys really in the paint trying to defend Sean Kemp. That means perimeter shooters are open.
Kemp has not missed, or has not made a free throw. He is 0 for 3. Missed that one. A brace apparently is put on Mitch Richmond's ankle, and they're experimenting with that back in the locker room, but he is very, very questionable for the rest of the way. Now he is limping back out onto the floor. So he will be here in spirit anyway on the floor.
He's on the bench right now. If he's going to be put back in the game, I think State would put him in right away. You don't want him sitting down.
Kemp hits the free throw, and Detlef goes down with a knee. Meantime, a three-pointer from Edney is good, and Detlef is down holding the left knee. 22nd timeout has been called on the floor for Detlef Schrempf. He's holding the left knee. It was the left fibula that he broke midway through this season in late December. Missed 19 games, but it doesn't appear to be the fibula. It appears to be the knee, and I think it was just a case, Marcus, of putting a knee on knee, and right now that's kind of numb as he gets up under his own steam.
Yeah, that bone-on-bone collision between he and Billy Owens is real painful. And unless he wrenched it or twisted it, he should be back in the game as he's trying to fight over the top of the screen. And Owens clips him inside. Now that's a little bit more of a interesting kind of an injury, because that kind of forces the knee to jerk and twist a little bit, and that's when you have a more serious injury. But hopefully for Detlef, it was just strictly bone on bone and nothing else, as the team doctors and Frank Furtado are right on top of the situation.
Dr. Richard Zorn there to attend to Detlef Schrempf. Edney, meantime, hit the 3. He has 8 points, and the Sonics 7-point lead short-lived. They have a 1-point spread now, 56-55. 9:18 to go, third quarter. Johnson to McMillan out high right side. Fades it inside to Kemp to the baseline. He comes. Tosses outside to Hawk over to Gary. He'll take it, fire a 3, and got another one. Gary Payton out of the corner. Hits a three-pointer, his third of the night, and the Sonics lead by 4, 59-55. Payton has 18 points on 6 of 9 shooting.
And look for a lot more of those outside jump shots by Gary. When he gets on like that, he really gets aggressive.
On to Marciulionis, goes a pass to the point. Intercepted. McMillan steps in front of Grant. Down the right wing, he comes to Gary. Saves the ball beautifully. Tightrope. Looks low. Cuts him with the left hand. Stops a left-handed leaner on the way. Arcs it up and in. What a rainbow by Gary Payton.
Penetrate, bump, spank.
and toss it with the left hand. 8 points in the quarter for Gary. 20 for the game. He has been sensational. 6-point Sonic lead with 8:26 to go on the third. Edney to Marciulionis. Up fakes. In low to Grant. Double down the block. Grant pivot. Ball taken away by Sean Kemp. To McMillan. Lead pass to Hawk. Work going into the glass. Plays it up and in with the left hand on a reverse. Through the foul. Will go to the line. The Hawk on a great flight up the floor. And that's how Sonics Horizon Air instant replay.
But what started it off? The Rain Man inside, making himself a factor in this game outside of just dunking the basketball. Just wrestles it away from Brian Grant. The key, the fast break. And then the Hawk going to change direction, go with the left hand on Billy Owens, and the and one layup. Nice job by the Hawk and Sean Kemp on that last possession.
Hawkins will get a chance at the three-point play. Sonics can make it a 9-point lead, and he does. 8:14 to go in the third quarter. So the Sonics, after taking a 7-point lead, seeing the Kings trim it back to 2, surge once again as Payton and Hawkins toss in threes, and it's a 64-55 count. The Sonics by 9 as we go to break on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. Run in the last minute of play. Polonese in low, turns to his left shoulder, up with a hook and a foul. And it will be on Sean Kemp. It's the 4th foul on Mr. Kemp.
Yeah, Ron Garrettson with the whistle. Now, Sean, I thought played Odom a little bit too aggressive, but he had the body on him, but he played him aggressively with his hands and his arms on the reach, attempting to block the shot. He had bodied him out far enough to make that a very difficult shot for Polonese.
Polonese free throw up and in. 64-56 count. Sonics by 8. Perkins will come in for Sean Kemp. Kemp this evening, 13 points, 5 rebounds. But the 4 personal fouls. He has played 22 minutes. He had a 12-point first quarter to get the Sonics off to the great start. Polonese hits the second free throw.
But this is one of these situations that the way Gary is feeling and looking, he can carry this team on his back offensively.
As he did in game 1. Payton drives to the baseline, circles back outside, into the post, turns, lane pass of an Irvin, put it down off his knee. Grant picks up the loose ball to Edney. Gary goes down. Edney across midcourt to Marcellonis. Hard cut into the lane, dishes outside to Edney, juggle the ball. Forced to dribble, checked by McMillan. Nate getting all spidery on Edney. Spreading the arms and the legs, and it's 6'5", forcing Edney outside, and an offensive foul is called on the Sacramento Kings. They were trying to screen for Edney, but he's actually called for the charge.
Brian Grant actually got the foul. He was trying to free up Edney and just kind of threw his body into the pile and gets called for the foul.
7-point Sonic lead, 7:27 to go third quarter. Payton left side gets a double screen from Perkins and Johnson. Curls out on top, covered by Marcellonis. Banks into the lane, double team, twists the pass outside to Mack. Hard chest pass, right wing to Perkins, jab step, recoil, jab step, drives in, a high left-hander on the way up and in. Sam Perkins with a smooth delivery over Brian Grant, and the Sonics lead by 9.
Sam makes his first shot of the evening, and it's probably his most difficult one, the loping, two-legged, two-step gallop across the lane over Brian Grant.
6:57 to go in the third inning. Marches to the baseline, stops, tries to split defenders, can't. He is worked by Irvin Johnson on the baseline, and Edney throws it out of bounds.
Now, wasn't all ties to spot. You should have somebody as a baseline outlet when you penetrate on the baseline.
Seattle by 9. Payton will come the other way. He'll hold up. Reverse, fake, feign, jitterbug. Comes off the Perkins pick. Slices in. Kick out to Nate. One pass to the Hawk for the 3. Got it. Hawkins from Nate McMillan. And the Sonics opening up some ground. 69-57 count. Their largest lead of the game, up 12 with 6.5 to go in the third. Back in a moment on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. Have a 12-point lead with 6.5 to go in the third. Edney skips to Simmons, steps by Perkins to the baseline, shut off. Sam recovered over to Grant along the far side. He missed the baseline touch. Rebound to Irvin Johnson. King's last field goal was about 3 minutes, 15 seconds ago at the 9:28 mark. Now at the 6:02. Here's Sam inside, turns, swish, high running lefty up and in. Perkins on back-to-back left-handed hooks in the lane. Puts the Sonics up 14. MJ, you got a smile on your face.
And welcome to Blue Heaven, young fella Brian Grant. Sam Perkins is taking him back to school.
Sonics on a 15-2 run over the last 3 minutes. Rooney outside. Long toss up and in from 18, fading away.
Yeah, he's the Kings' best bet to try and shoot them back in the game. Sonics have got to have Sharunas attention on Marcellonis to keep him getting open looks.
Mitch Richmond will not return to tonight's game, and Devin Shrimp has a bruised left knee, and he is just now coming to the scorer's table. He'll come back in. On the post-up, misses a fallaway flip. Kings the other way. Edney pull-up jumper. Got it. Tyus Edney trying to keep the Kings' hope for the upset alive. It is now a 10-point Sonic lead with 5:08 to go in the third. Left sideline, Payton double team. Down on top to the Hawks. Dribble drive. Stop. Nice pass. Urban squares. 8-foot banker. No. Rebound of Polonese. 71-61, the Sonics lead of 10. Edney crosses the dribble into the lane, knocks to the hole, lays it up and in. Tyus Edney with a great push in the finish, and it's an 8-point Sonic lead, and the Kings are not dying. 4:44 left in the third.
That's my little cousin, coast to coast, finds the seam, and then up and over the big guys after the quick off-the-dribble jumper.
Sonics set up, Peyton stops, gets to the Hawk. In low to Irvin, turns, doubled, his shot blocked away by Polonese and out of bounds.
This is either going to be the last hurrah for the Kings or the run that's going to put them back in the game. Very important for the Sonics to regain control. Deadlift coming in for Irvin is going to help that cause. Irvin is taking a little bit too long to get his shot off underneath.
Sonics set up on the inbounds. Hawk has it. He'll spring, fire, and rim a 20-footer in and out. Simmons with the outlet. Edney spins by the Lindsey McMillan. Rolling it down the left side. Pull up slick. Up and no. Rebound, Dylan Tremp. Tremp looking at a triple-double tonight. Has 11 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists. 71-63, Seattle by 8. 4:07 to go third. Period play. Seattle has seen the Kings score 3 unanswered baskets. Perkins the other way. A lefty scoop under duress. Polonese hanging on like a mad suit. Shot rolls off. Marciulionis will take it. Double teamed. He spun around. Falls to the floor and a foul. Whistle on Sam Perkins.
The only bad part about this for the Kings, I mean, it's not anything bad because they're making a nice run, but they're expending a lot of energy.
Yes.
Still a lot of basketball left to be played. And, you know, the Sonics are going to start making shots again. They missed about 3 or 4 shots consecutively as Sam Perkins just wrestles down Sarunas Marciulionis to pick up the foul.
The Sonics have missed their last 5 field goal attempts for the game, however, shooting 29 of 57, nearly 51%. 71-63, Seattle leads. 3:49 to go, third quarter. Edney, high left side, centers to Simmons, dives into the lane, double team, kick out pass to Marciulionis. 3-ball rattles in and out. Vinny Askew to the recovery. Now Peyton will bring it up. Across midcourt to the meandering left side, McMillan to Vinny, in deep, double, flick outside to Devlin. Backs in, turns, high hook, dotted line, rimming short. Rebound, drive by Polonese. Oh, the Sonics suddenly have gone stone cold. 0 for the last 6. Rooney, nice pass to Simmons. Nice. 5 field goal attempts for the game, however, shooting 29 of 57, nearly 51%. 71-63, Seattle leads. 3:49 to go, third quarter. Edney, high left side, centers to Simmons, dives into the lane, double team, kick out pass to Marciulionis. 3-ball rattles in and out. Vinny Askew to the recovery. Now Peyton will bring it up. Across midcourt to the meandering left side, McMillan to Vinny, in deep, double, flick outside to Devlin. Backs in, turns, high hook, dotted line, rimming short. Rebound, drive by Polonese. Oh, the Sonics suddenly have gone stone cold. 0 for the last 6. Rooney, nice pass to Simmons. Nice.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Seattle's lead was 14 before Tyus Edney went to work and got it down to 8. Here's Edney the other way now. Squeezes between defenders. Is Johnson. Pass outside. Grabbed by Simmons. Leans in. A flat 15-footer won't go. Rebound tapped up by Grant off the mark. Askew grabs the rebound. Has it powered away. We have a foul called. A loose ball foul called on the Kings. Olden Polonese, his second foul.
And OP doing what he's done all series long, just trying to root guys in under the basket. As Simmons going to miss a shot. Nick McMillan with the bother. Then there's a fight for the basketball, and there's OP just all over the back of Vincent Askew.
10-point Sonic lead. Peyton cuts off the shrimp pick. Veers off into the corner. He's covered by Brian Grant. Gary maintains the dribble. Loops it to Devlin. Oh, he spins to the baseline. Nobody stops him. He up fake. Shot blocked from behind by Simmons, but regained by Vinny. His 5-footer off the mark. Polonese saves the rebound to Edney. Lead pass front court left side. Simmons in deep to Grant for the glass. They'll lay it in. Nice pass by Lionel the L-Train Simmons. And again, the Kings rally to pull with an 8.
Yeah, and he did a good job defensively blocking the shot of Deadlift after the beautiful move. And then Vinny just blew the 5-footer.
Seattle by 8. Gary, step back jumper from the baseline. Swish over the anguished Brian Grant.
And that's what Gary should have done before. I thought the step back move, he shoot the ball so nicely, particularly from the left side of the court.
Peyton is hit 8 for 12 from the field, and that's 22. And he turns out the Polonese pick. Outside it goes to Simmons. Simmons fanning his arm. He wants people to clear out. They won't. Atlanta Marciulionis, he coughs it up. Simmons picks it up off the floor of an Andy for the 3 toss. No. Rebound, Nate McMillan. Nate fires to midcourt. Gary will take the bullet pass. Down the left wing. Cross court to Sam for the open 3. Crank it. Rivet. Rebound grab by Devlin. Double teamed outside to Gary. He'll pop the 3. No go. Rebound deflected by Sam, but Rooney comes up with a rebound. Kings have it down 10 with a minute 28 to go in the third. Simmons drifts down the left side, feathers the entry pass to Polonese. Doubled on the block by Askew and Shrimp. Finds the cutter, Grant for the glass, extends with a finger roll beauty up and in. 8-point Sonic lead with 1:15 left in the third. The Kings are hanging in.
Yeah, they're hanging in, but they're expending a lot of energy. Sonic's got to keep playing on a high level and keep making those shots they're supposed to make.
Payton sets up in the half court. Dellup out there. Locked up with Grant. Gets the screen. Payton on top of Sam. Fakes right. Cuts left into the lane. Swings up the running left-hander and in, but it will not count. A whistle on the floor. Before the shot, it is on Olden Polonese.
Sam Perkins has really done a nice job here in the second half. At halftime, Big Smooth, what did he have? A donut, 0 for 4, 0 for 2 free throws, but does a good job just forcing his way down the lane. He's made some tough shots going to his left. I mean, defense all over him, Draco all on top of him, but he's creating something out of nothing in those situations.
Perkins is at 2 for 8 from the field. Free throw up and in for Sam, who led the Sonics in scoring in Game 3 with 17 points off the bench.
Yeah, 2 for 8, but that was after going 0 for 4, so he's 2 for 4 here in the second half and has upped his field goal percentage.
Perkins goes to the line for one more. The Rain Man back in to the Sonic lineup. Perkins hits both free throws, and it's a 77-67 Sonic lead of 10. Perkins hitting both free throws. A minute to play in the third quarter. King set up. Here's Billy Owens. Pushes the pass out on the wing to Simmons. Simmons with a crossover dribble. Drives Dellup baseline right. Follow-away jump shot rimming short. Dellup shoves Simmons and a good foul by Shrimp. Simmons will get 2.
I'm waiting for Simmons to get to the point of diminishing returns because he averaged about 20 minutes a game this year. He's got 22 in this game so far. He's played at an extremely high level. Dellup bumps him when he's off balance. The question is, does he have the endurance to finish off the game as strongly as he started it?
Well, he should, because Simmons didn't play a lot this year. He appeared in just 54 regular season games and was healthy and averaged just 15 minutes per ball game. But he does not build stamina by sitting on the bench.
Exactly, and you use the kind of energy that he's using, particularly at the offensive end. I mean, you get tired, and when you play a lot of minutes, you get used to getting that second win after playing about 20 minutes or so, but he's never really been tested to that point.
Simmons, a great scorer. When he left LaSalle 6 years ago, he was 3rd all-time in the NCAA in scoring. Free throw up and in for Simmons. 77-69. The Sonics have an 8-point lead with 43 seconds left in the third. Dwayne Coswell is in for the Kings now with Smith, Owens, and Edney. Kemp on the block, doubled, outside to Gary. Sean will get it back, sets up, out to Sam, rotate to depth, rotation, rimming. Outside, recovered off the floor and on the fly by Billy Owens. They'll give it to Tyus Edney. Edney's had a nice third quarter. Bullet pass out to Simmons, wants to clear out.
Gary Sandine wants one shot, and Lionel Simmons finally heeds the advice.
Sam pursues Simmons out on the far side. Simmons picks up the dribble, slides the pass in deep to Billy, double to Simmons. To Edney, will he get off the shot? He will under duress. Missed it short. Rebound grab by Smith. Flicks it back up. Would not have counted had it gone. At the end of 3, the Sonics lead it by 8, 77-69. We'll go to the fourth quarter. Run for the wire in just a moment on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. And Sacramento 2 for 8. The Kings have out-rebounded Sacramento 32-29. We hope all is well back in Seattle. The word has gotten to us that there was an earthquake in Seattle tonight.
It's supposedly a 5.7 on the Richter. I'm from LA, so that's Child's play, but I'm sure it has Seattle all shook up.
They have apparently suspended the Mariner game in the Kingdom. Kemp jabs right into the lane, jams it down, and Steve Johnny calls a walk on Sean Kemp. It looked all good from here.
Yeah, the officials, though, are putting a lot of premium on calling the traveling violation. Sean gonna jab step. Does he pick up the left foot? Yeah, he does a little shuffle with the left.
Ever so slightly. Smith with the ball on the point. Sonics by 8. Half-minute gone. Smith throws it away, sending it on the wing for Lionel Simmons. Up and off his fingertips out of bounds. In case you're just joining us, the Sonics led by 2 at half. But the Kings, in the last 5.5 minutes of the second quarter, had to go without Mitch Richmond. He has a sprained ankle and will not return to the game. Out high left side, Payton, baseline touch, in and out from 18. Rebound, the Animal. Here come the Kings, down 8. Edney creeps across midcourt, along the low over the dribble. to set it up on the wing left side. He looks for Simmons on the post, fronted by Peyton. Drops it into the yellow curtain. Pirouettes, double team. Knights a pass outside to Owens. Long J up. No. Rebound. Sam Perkins. Centers to Peyton. Up to Devlin. Back to the trailer. It's Vinny. Up to the key. He'll give it up to Devlin. He's looking at a triple-double tonight. Inside to Vinny. Double. To Sam. To Gary. For the three. Got it. Gary Payton's fourth three-pointer of the night, and the Sonics lead 80-69. Now up by 11 of the Sonics with 10:38 to play in the game.
You can see the doubt creeping into the faces of the Kings, but that dunk from Sean Kemp after the traveling violation, that was like unleashed fury.
Here comes Smith with a little fury. He drives into the lane. Powers into Detlef's trap. Detlef got that right knee clipped, and it's bothering him now. He looks toward the Sonic bench.
Detlef's trying to hold his position and possibly pick up an offensive foul, but Smith maneuvers around him and picks up just enough of Detlef's body to draw the foul, and Detlef makes the other knee banged up. And
he ran right into that knee, didn't he?
Yeah, that's one of those same deals where it's going to hurt for a good minute or so, then the pain slowly subsides as you move and get it loose and warm.
The Animal punches on the free throw, rimming it short. 11-point Sonic lead with 10:25 to go in the game. Nate McMillan will step in for the Sonics. Rakowski's already in with Kemp. Well, actually, he won't come in. Vinny Askew will stay on the floor. So McMillan will go back to the bench. Here's Smith's second free throw. Good rotation. Splash. 80-70. Sonics by 10. 10:26 to go in the game. And the Arco faithful here in Seattle praying for a miracle. Peyton will bring it across. The Sonics, meantime, have got to continue the pressure on the team. Peyton backs down on an isolation. Left-hand side of the lane. Double team driven out there by Coswell. Will toss outside, but get it back. He backs in again, methodically. Turn. Pass to the point. Nobody there. Simmons, the steal to Edney, to Smith. Packs it, running up to the lane. 80-72. Seattle's lead is 8.
Askew looked like he might have strained that groin that caused him some problems a couple of weeks ago.
9:52 left in the game. Vinny will stay in the flow. Peyton outside of Devlin. He lost the handle on the ball. He went airborne. I think trying to make a pass with the left hand. Slipped off the heel of the hand and rolls out of bounds. Sonics wanted a foul. George Karl imploring the officials to no avail. So, with 9:43 left in the game, the Sonics have now allowed the Kings back in, and it's an 80-72 count. A lead of 8. We'll be back in a moment on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. The Kings away. Frank Rakowski steps in. The team with Sean Kemp and Vinny Askew on the front line. McMillan and Peyton are the guards. Simmons, sideline left, checked by Nate McMillan. Tosses inside Owens, makes a nice catch, turns, locked up, outside Eddie, up fakes, spins by Gary, darts under and throws an air ball, grabbed by Smith. Out to Simmons, wide open flick, no. Rebound, Sean Kemp. Swami, you hit on it. Simmons has gone sour since shooting extremely well in the first half.
A lot of us, he hasn't played a lot of minutes this year. He's not used to having to produce points on a consistent basis all during the game. He's just a quick hitter inside.
Sonics by 8. Peyton into Kemp, goes to work, bulldozes in deep. Foul. Coswell smothered him. 9:04 to go, fourth quarter. And on the Kings, the first team foul of the period.
Gary has got to stay aggressive. He's got Lionel Simmons guarding Simmons, the bigger player, trying to keep Gary from getting those open looks at the bucket. But Gary's the guy that's got it going for the Sonics.
Peyton feeds to the Rain Man. Turns in the lane, double up fake, leads him with the right hand, scores. Shot.
Yeah, nice patience, nice up fake to freeze Coswell. And then a nice little soft touch finish inside. They want to ride the Rain Man in the fourth quarter if they can.
10-point Sonic lead. The Rain Man with 15 points and 6 boards. Owens, right-hand side of the key, looking for help in low. Can't find it. Top side to Ed. Over to Smitty. And we're going to work, working on Rakowski, the instigator, trying to poke away at it. Smith feeds across the lane. In comes Owens, blocked by Kemp. Grabbed by the diving Vinny Askew. He is fouled, and Vinny Askew leaping on that ball like it was a fumble recovery. Went right after it with 2 hands. The foul is on Billy Owens, and he is fouled out of the game.
Yeah, but a nice defense by Sean Kemp to keep his body off of Owens and come up with the block shot. Feet get entangled. Owens is out of here, out of the ball game. Fouled out with just 4 points, and he has been a Sonic killer a lot during these playoffs.
Billy Owens Jones averaged 12 points and nearly 8 rebounds a game in the previous 3. Owens tonight with 4 boards, making 3 rebounds and 4 points in 25 minutes. They did a nice job to lock up Billy tonight and throw away the key. McMillan, the pace, drives into the lane with a little roundhouse hook. Knocked down. Gary got it as he hops inbounds, lays it up with the left hand, missed it, kept the foul, missed it, got the rebound, went up, a whistle, foul called. Jeff will get 2 shots to the foul to Lionel Simmons.
Just keep working hard inside. Good things will happen for you. The Sonics stayed with the play. Missed a couple of chippies inside that they normally make. But Gary Payton was able to come back with the basketball. He's just missed that shot. Good obstruction by Simmons. I don't think he blocked the shot. Then Gary just going to miss that layup left-handed. And then Sean, the tip was right there for him to make. He couldn't make it, and now he goes to the free throw line and misses the first free throw. The Sonics have got to start converting and just closing this team out. They're not doing that.
Payton is cut, and they're applying some salve to the open wound on the right forearm in front of the Sonic bench. They're trying to close that scrape on Gary's forearm, and they can't do it in the allotted time. Steve Jobby was giving him time between kept free throws, and
well, it's just like the night in the Monty Python movie, The Holy Grail. It's just a scratch.
Good evening once again. I'm Dale Shornack updating you on a breaking story. An earthquake hits the Puget Sound region at about 9:05 tonight. We're still getting estimates on the magnitude of this earthquake. It was estimated anywhere from about 4.8 to 5.5. The epicenter of the earthquake is believed to be about 25 miles northeast of Seattle in the area of Silverton. This quake in some areas lasted more than 30 seconds. In fact, it hit while the Mariners were playing the Cleveland Indians tonight before a packed stadium at the Kingdom. Meg O'Connor was there. Meg, what was the reaction from fans when the quake hit?
Well, Dale, the immediate sense was that you didn't know what was going on. In fact, you know, when you're in an arena that is that large and there are so many noises, what I felt was simply that fans may have been stomping their feet below us. So there was a lot of vibration, and then all of a sudden it dawns on you that this is not simply ambient noise. This is an earthquake. And I think that's what a lot of fans felt.
Meg, was there any panic in the Kingdoms? We understand that some people did try to leave as soon as they felt it.
Yeah, a lot of people did. I looked up and I saw people simply darting out the door. They were frightened. A lot of people said their immediate sense was not that they were in danger, but that they wanted to get home to children and to others and to see, in fact, what damage was out there. They also wanted to get to the phone. The phones were simply jammed. It was a frightening moment, and I think it did take people a second to figure out exactly what was going on. That's how I felt. And the other thing was I asked people if they were concerned about the safety of the dome. You know, I had a concrete slab above my head, and you look up and you feel this vibration. You see television monitors shaking, and it's frightening. But a lot of people felt, no, that wasn't what they were thinking. They just wanted to get home and to find out if the game was going to go on.
Meg O'Connor live at the Kingdom. Once again, we have no reports of any injuries. It's a story we'll stay on top of. We're turning now to the game.
Trailing behind him, just not in the play whatsoever, and Hawk makes him pay the price.
Kemp with a Massey shot, not a Matouche shot. Those of you who are actively listening, well, I caught heck during the break on that one. Kemp's free throw up and in. He has a 3-point play to show for his efforts on that Matouche shot. Seattle by 11, 88-77.
I know Matouche Rosé, that was like my wine back in that day.
That's a pretty looking jump. Here Smith turns into the lane. Shot rejected by Kemp. He's had 2 nice blocks inside. That's his 3rd of the game.
Oh.
Facing pressure from 5'10" Tyus Edney,
but Frank is going to tell him, look, I was wide open on the other side. He was trying to focus in, hone in on Nate too much. You give it to Frank, you go get it back.
88-77, 6:29 to go in the game. Edney out beyond the 3-point ring, working with it. Brings it over to Barcelona. 3 in the air. No. Rebound grab. Put back up by Smith. It's short. Actually, Simmons with a rebound follow. McMillan finds the rock now. And Seattle with an 11-point lead. And McMillan tripped up at midcourt, and he goes flying on his keister about 10-15 feet.
And you can sense this crowd is kind of feeling that their season, this successful season of the Kings, making the playoffs, extending the Sonics to 4 games, is slowly coming to an end. A lot of the luster, a lot of the activity started to leave as Lionel Simmons misses the shot, but this is what the Sonics have to do down the stretch. rebound the basketball, and then McMillan's going to get tripped up by Marciulionis in the backcourt.
Nate gets a deuce. And the first one is off the mark. The Sonics in this series shooting 63%, and for the game, 12 of 19, 63%. The free throw shooting has got to improve as the Sonics hope to advance. 6:09 left in the game.
I mean, last year's rendition of the Sonics, I would have said, okay, that's okay, that's par for the course. But as well as they shot the ball in such situations this year, you expect them to shoot the basketball a lot better from the free throw line.
All right, here come the Sonics as McMillan hits the second free throw. They drop back defensively, leading by 12. Edney has the ball jostled away by Payton. It's grabbed by McMillan, scoops ahead to Gary into the lane. Whirls up a reverse that would not go, but he is fouled by Edney. And he will step to the line now for two. Nate McMillan continues to hold his right hand. I think that thumb's bothering him a little bit after that fall.
Ty said he's just going to lose the basketball off his left foot. Nate, the smart thing, leads Gary. Ty said he can do nothing but the hard hack to keep Gary from getting the three-point opportunity.
Payton trying to put the Kings away. The free throw that was off the mark, and the Sonics continue to stink it up at the line. 13 of 21. This coming from a club that was a 76% free throw shooting team during the regular year. Second by Gary, up and in. 90-77. The Sonics lead by 13, and this is incidentally their largest lead of the game. 5:51 remaining in the contest. Simmons drives in. Skip pass to Smith. Read beautifully by Hawk. Steps in front and makes the steal.
You know, we were talking about the great interior passing of the Kings the last game. That's because the Sonics weren't doing what Hawk just did there. You get beat, you flood the weak side passing lane, don't allow the big guy to get the pass inside from the smaller player.
McMillan has it sideline left face, started by Marciulionis. Mack throws in deep to Kemp. He turns, steadies, kicks out the brick for the three. No. Rebound grabbed by the 7-foot Causeway. Ty said he will take it, skipping up the floor. And as he gained confidence and great grace here in the playoffs, out of the corner he'll raise. Ornay, short foul by Payton. Payton got him as he released. And he'll get two shots.
Gary not going to dispute the call too vehemently. He does that so well, though. He's good at getting to the shooter's arm, right under the hand. Javi said the elbow, but most of the time it's right near the hand on the release. Didn't look like a whole lot on that play. But Javi had a much better angle, so I won't contest it.
Edney hits a free throw. A 90-70-70, make that a 90-78 game. 5:14 to go in the game. And Sam Perkins steps on for Frank Bukowski now.
And this thing is not over. The Kings, I think, can muster up one more run and try and close it to, I don't know, 6, 7, 5 points. If they have enough time on the clock, you know, there's always a question of whether or not the Sonics are tightened up. So Seattle needs to try and put them away right now.
And they've got to take care of the ball. They have 17 turnovers. They go low to Kemp, double team, skips it outside of Sam, takes the three, floats it in and out. Rebound, Lionel Simmons. 90-79, Seattle by 11. Edney the other way. Sneaks up to the right side, creeps over the door. Goes to Marciulionis. Stepping beyond the three-point arc. Up, fakes to Edney. Fakes the three, dribbles by Mack into the lane. Hands to Coswell. Surprisingly lost. Kemp got it. Coswell rolls over his back, and that is a foul underway Coswell.
Yeah, rookie mistake by Ty said that you don't want to give your big guy Coswell, who doesn't have great hands, a tough pass like that in close quarters. As again, the Kings are struggling to find somebody to ride the backup offensively. Tyus is trying to do it, but the Sonics are swarming him, not giving him easy looks. He throws a low look pass to Coswell, who collides with Stripp. Now let's see if the Rain Man can knock down 2 free throws for a change.
John this evening is in 3 of 7 from the stripe. And he hits this one. Kemp has had a good game tonight because he has been out of foul trouble. 20 points, 7 rebounds, 8 of 14 from the field, 4 of 8 from the line. And at halftime, I don't believe he had more than, well, he did. He had 3 turnovers in the first half. Second free throw up and in. So Kemp buries a couple here, and it's a 13-point Sonic lead with 4.5 minutes remaining. Richmond out of the game since the 5:36 mark of the second period, and in this period, Billy Owens fouled out. Edney skips over to Simmons, left side. Simmons up to Coswell, pick to Cos, back to Simmons, sways left, cuts right, squeezes a shot off between defenders, and lays it up and in. Kemp did a nice job to restrain and himself going airborne and fouling the man.
Yeah, but not enough credit can be given to Lionel Simmons. He's just doing a great job offensively. They get some very difficult acrobatic type shots.
He's in 8 of 16, has 21. Gary turns off the Kemp screen, dives in deep to the lane. Kick out pass to Detlef Schrempf. Detlef jabs right, goes left, and walks to the basketball. The Sonics lead is 11, and that is the 18th turnover of the night on Seattle. 3:59 left in this game. Schrempf, incidentally, has 13 points, 10 boards, 8 assists. He's been marvelous. Seattle by 11. Edney with it. To Simmons. Turns to the key. Up fake. Ball spanked away from behind, and a foul called on Hersey Hawkins. Simmons will get 2 shots.
Hawkins again trying to find out exactly what happened on the play. But Simmons keeps his aggressive posture, and Hersey has put together a nice game. It hasn't been a typical Hawk-like, you know, a lot of long jump shots, 13 points, but it's been taking it to the glass, getting to the free throw line, and following up his own misses on occasion.
Simmons from LaSalle, 7th pick back in 1990. Brings up the free throw, hits the shot.
Yeah, he was a John Wooden Award winner. Scored over 2,000 points in his collegiate career, one of only a handful of players to do so. So, I mean, he was a big-time scorer coming out of college.
He left trailing only Maravich and Freeman Williams. Simmons picking it up, in and out, and the rebound grabbed by Payton. By the way, Lionel tonight has 22 points, Marcus, and that's a season high for him. We mentioned that he was seldom used in the regular season by the Kings. 14 seconds on the shot clock for Payton. 3:35 to go in the game. Sonics by 10. Detlef with a 3 left side. In and out. Followed by Sam. Keeps it alive. Kemp jabs at him, and Coswell secures it. Kings are still in it. Down 10 with 3:25 left. Simmons the other way. Stop. Cross-court pass to Grant. Covered by Payton. Grant cautiously will back down into the lane. Powers to the hole. Gary reaches in. Chops the 3. Has the steal. Kemp running with him. 2-on-1. Gary whirls in. Up in the left hand and in. On a whirling drive to the glass. Gary Payton has given the Sonics a 12-point lead with 3 minutes remaining in the game. Payton has 28 points tonight on 10 of 18 shooting. We'll be right back with the finish in a moment on the Sonics Broadcasting Network. Points a moment ago. He was able to slash the ball free, roll to the glass, freewheel, and lay it up and in with the left hand to give the Sonics a 12-point lead. Here's Simmons outside. He shoots a jumper that just came up short. Dives to the rebound and lost it out of bounds. Seattle will take it. Up by 12 with 2:52 left in the game. Houston tonight won at the Summit. They beat the Lakers 102-94. Elijah Wan, as usual, was big down the stretch for the Rockets tonight. Payton isolated on Simmons, glides by him, lays it in. The foul's called out on the floor on Simmons. And so Payton will go to the line for a deuce. Looking at a 30-point-plus effort tonight. Payton steps to the line.
Good job by Gary. Faking like he's going to come off the pick, going to the middle. A little spin move, baseline. See you don't want to figure Simmons from behind with the bump before the shot attempt. Nice move, Gary Payton.
The glove tonight, 10 of 18 shooting from the field, has 2 steals, 5 assists, 5 boards. And he badly misses a free throw. He hit the glass and nothing more.
And this is a troubling trend. I mean, you know, free throws have been the bane of the Sonics in the playoffs in years past. They've been such a good club. There's one 15 to 20 game stretch when they're up over 80%. They've got to get their focus and concentration back.
Seattle came in at 69% in the previous 3 games against the Kings. They're a 76% shooting team during the regular season. Here tonight, the Sonics, as Payton hits the second of 2, have hit 17 of 26, 65%. And Payton is now tied in career playoff high with 29. The Sonics lead by 13. Simmons, 3 air ball. Grabbed by the Rain Man. 2:21 left. Payton across midcourt to Sam. Trailing. Pull up 3 left side. No. Off the glass. But it glances off Grant's body and recovered by Payton outside. Plenty of time. 14 on the shot clock. Payton whirls, stops, goes to the backside, maintains the dribble, shovels outside to Detlef. Gives it low to Sam. Back to Det. Drives into the left hand. Stop to the Hawk for the 3. Got it. Hawkins with a 3 ball, and Detlef with his 9th assist of the game to go on 13 points and 10 boards. And the Sonics right now sense that this first round series could be over. Up by 16 with 1:59 left in the game.
And so apropos that it was Detlef's kick out, the Hawks burying a jumper like he did the last ball game to put the Kings away. Now they've got the nails. Now all they need is a hammer. And that's going to provide that with great penetration. Doesn't force a shot. Shot clock winding down to 1. Off time.
Wind time. 6 for 10. Hawkins with 16.
Yeah, just a real workman-like 16 points for Hersey Hawkins.
Now Gary St. Jean with 1:59 left. His club trailing by 16, 98-82. Well into his bench. Bobby Hurley, who has not played in the playoff game yet, will come in. Corliss Williamson, who has not played in the playoff game, will come in. And Kevin Gamble, who missed game 3 because of the birth of a healthy young son, Kevin Jr., will step in now to the contest, and he'll see some playoff time. Our congratulations to Kevin Gamble. Timeout was called by the Kings. They were unable to get the ball in bounds, and somebody out there called a timeout.
And I'm not sure what the conversation is about. Technical foul, maybe? Do they have any more timeouts? I'm not sure exactly what the situation was. They decided to get a technical foul shot, though.
They were out.
Out of timeouts. The old Christian Weber, the national championship. Would you believe? Lawrence Bowden in the semifinal.
That's to say. One other fella.
Yeah, who was that?
Some Syracuse guy. Hawkins, free throw up and in on the technical foul shot. Well, George Karl breathes a sigh of relief.
Finally, a foul from Coach Karl.
They go to work tomorrow, obviously, to prepare for Houston. The Rockets have been beaten by the Sonics 9 straight, and Seattle has beaten them in the Summit 4 straight. 98-82. Of course, that means nothing coming into the playoffs. The Sonics were the last team to beat a Houston team in a playoff series. And they've had a very good record historically against Houston in playoff situations. 1:59 left in the ballgame, and the Sonics leading by 16 to make it a 17-point lead, 99-82.
I got to find out what happened in that game, because Magic Johnson was on the bench. We turned it on and on monitors. About 9 minutes left. He was on the bench. The Lakers were down 7-8 points. And he wasn't placed into the game until about a minute and a half was left. And I'm not sure. There was a lot of griping in L.A. about Magic dominating the basketball and slowing things down in the low post. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Kings bringing in bounds. Coswell, turnaround jumper. Got it. 1:54 left in the contest. 99-84, the Supersonics. They led by 2 at half. 50-48. And they have built that lead now to 15. Simmons looks out as Hawkins blows by. Hawkins shovels it across to Kemp, and he jams it down emphatically with 2 hands and hangs on the rim for a technical foul.
And that's some of that unleashed fury I was talking about. As Sean Kemp asked to be taken out the game. He did hang on the rim. Hurts going to throw the nice pass inside. I think Steve Javie ready to blow his whistle until the fans started complaining as Sean does a chin up on the rim to get the tech. Well, that's a lot of frustration he's releasing, and he actually asked to be taken out at that point after picking up the technical foul, but I don't know if George is going to comply or not. He's being pulled right now.
Corliss Williamson hits the free throw. Now Eric Snow will see time for the Supersonics. The Kemper has played a whale of a game tonight. 23 points, 8 rebounds, 9 of 15 from the field, 33 minutes. And of course, Payton with 29 points led the Sonics. Shrimp the complete game, 13 points, 10 boards, 9 assists, 17 for the Hawks. Simmons into the lane, missed the right-hander, rebound to the shot. Scheffler nearly decapitated Irvin Johnson with that ball. Now Irvin will take it. I'm going to get out of the way. You, Jeff. We got more playoff action ahead. I can't get my head knocked off by you. 101-85 the count. Sonics by 16. Snow turns off a Scheffler screen. The foul is called on Steve. 109 left in the game. The Sonics are going to win it and bring it home to the Key Arena on Saturday afternoon, and that will be a beauty.
Gary Payton, 29 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 dead monkey. And hopefully we will not see him again.
Not if Miss Rudolph has anything to say about it. We'll confirm with Miss Rudolph. And maybe she'll put a little mojo on Houston. You never know. Depends on what kind of mood you catch her in.
I bet she's already put a mojo on Houston for the Sonics. 9 straight victories. And Gary Payton just having his way with those Houston guards.
Hawkins into the lane, whirls the pass outside of Johnson. Baseline J, air ball deflected out of bounds. It'll be Sacramento ball. 101 to 84. 33 seconds remaining in the ball game. Yep, they throw the bat out the window and they kilt the monkey tonight. The Supersonics will beat the Sacramento Kings and move into the second round of the playoffs. Williamson double team. Outside to Gamble to Hurley. 13 on the shot clock for the Kings. 19 on the game. Coswell the shot, no. Rebound grab by Simmons to the glass. Up and in. 101-87. 14 seconds left. Eric Snow will dribble the ball up the floor as time runs down on the Kings. Give them a great deal of credit.
Yep.
They played 3 great games coming into tonight's play. They stayed nearly even until the end. Snow drives into the lane, flicks a pass intended for the Hawk over here at the Kings bench. But Hawk was over congratulating the Sacramento Kings, and a sign of good sportsmanship. He's over there hugging Mitch Richmond. Hawk says, why didn't you just back the ball out and dribble down the clock?
Snow's like, hey, I'm looking to try and get the books, baby. You got the books. I want to get the books too. Nice win for the Sonics.
Game over. 101-87. The final. The Sonics have defeated the Sacramento Kings. What a great run it was for the Kings. Congratulations to Gary St. Jean, Mitch Richmond, the organization here in Sacramento. It had been a 10-year drought since 85-86. A fine embrace there by Tim Gerwich. He embraces George Karl, Frank Furtado, and you can believe a lot of pressure, a lot of expectations lifted off the shoulders of the Sonic staff. But they have expectations of their own. They want to advance in the playoffs past Houston, get to that Western Conference final, and be the team that represents the Western Conference. Now the coaches come together and embrace for George Karl and Gary St. Jean. The team's won 39 games this year, and they won that playoff spot in the last weekend of the regular season. They won Game 2 in Seattle, and man, they forced the Sonics to take a long look at themselves in the mirror, and Seattle came out and played extremely well in Game 3 and put them away here in Game 4. Final 101-87. We'll be back in a moment on the Sonics Broadcasting Network.
Fans, remember to take your tickets.